little bit of background. I've been a Republican all of my life until Trump came.
Ah.
And from what I've heard so far, I just tuned into your show. Never been, first time I hear it.
Oh, welcome.
Of course. With Trump coming, Trump was like an atrocity of...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I supported Trump originally because between Hillary and Trump seemed like the proper choice.
Well, who'd you vote for?
I despise.
Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for?
I supported Trump.
You voted for Trump in 2016, and then what about last time? Who'd you vote for?
No, of course not. Once he showed his true colors and who...
True colors? True colors?
President.
That's interesting. So you were Republican. Slow down.
Aggravates me. So what you're saying is, as you sit and listen to me, listen to me.
Slow down, caller.
Turns. Let's take turns. All right. I have a question for you. After what you've been watching on your television screen, which I assume is the same thing I've been watching on mine,
I got a question
for the past 6 months, 7 months, you're telling me you don't miss Trump after watching this joker that's sitting in the White House?
Look, I don't watch television.
Oh, so he doesn't. Head in the sand, Steve.
All right.
Head in the sand. Head in the sand. You read both sides. All right, let me ask you a question. I want to ask you an important question. Well, I got a question about you that I want to ask. You said you did... Take a breath, and it'll be your turn again in a minute. You said that Trump showed his true colors, so you didn't vote for him the second time. Specifically, tell me what he did that you believe showed his true colors and lost your vote for him.
Since you study both sides...
Okay. Now it's your turn.
Look, Trump doesn't use a computer. The way Trump ran his organization...
Do you have anything specific you can point to? One thing he did. One thing he did.
Don't learn to take turns, dude. You're
going to answer. You're not answering the question, though.
You don't like. You start.
It was my turn. It was my turn.
And you're thing, buddy.
It was my turn, and you cut me off. You're rude. You're a rude son of a bitch. You know that?
You aware of Roy Cohn? Roy Cohn.
Yes, I know Roy Cohn. What about him?
Roy Cohn taught Trump how to deal with the public
No, but that was known before 2016. You said you voted for him Steve, you said you voted for him in 2016, but you didn't last time. Hold on, let me put him on hold. This guy, you said you voted for Trump in 2016, you did not in 2020 because he showed his true colors between the two elections. What did he do between the two elections that cost him your vote?
On the United States, Trump cares about Trump, period.
That's nothing he did. That's nothing. That's just anti-Trump talking points.
When in the history of the United States has basically the closest campaign managers, just about everybody that he used in his campaign, is now a convicted felon.
This is all Pete.
So so are you gonna are you gonna tell us which are you gonna tell us what Trump did that showed his true colors and cost him your vote and made you vote for Biden?
Did.
Is it true or not?
He's not gonna answer you.
No. You never voted for Trump.
Yes.
You didn't vote for him the first time either.
Wait, I'm listening. Go.
Now you're climbing. Now with the claims of fraud. Listen.
No, that was after the election. You said that he did something as president that turned you against him. So we're trying to find out in this fictitious little story you're telling us what he did as president that turned you a Democrat. Exactly.
Bannon.
All right. How many times can we do this? I told you the trolls were back. Didn't I? Didn't I tell you the seminar callers are back? You know, and let me tell you, the seminar callers, you know, I don't mind the seminar callers, but they don't really train them very well. They need to train them a little bit better to have answers to these questions. One of the things that seminar callers do, and by the way, if you don't know what seminar callers, Rush talked about them a lot, they're DNC operatives that are charged with calling talk shows. Seminar callers, almost all of them, say one thing that they think gives them credibility. They were a Republican until this. This was very common during G.W. Bush. I was a Republican my whole life until George W. Bush, then you fill in the blank. And they're using the same old talking points from then on Donald Trump. And they think if they tell you they were a Republican until this happened, that gives them credibility. And the problem is they never give them the story to explain the transition, right? Until he showed his true colors. Well, maybe they should have told you at DNC Brain Reprogram 101 to give an example of an action that he did that showed his true colors, so that it would sound like you had a transition that was credible. Look what Joe Biden's done to these people. They got nothing. I was a Trumpy until he showed his true colors, but I'll never tell you what his true colors were.
An example, because I don't have example.
Here's another hint. I shouldn't give them tips, but I'll give them tips. People that support Donald Trump or supported him do not refer to themselves as Trumpers. Trumper is a derogatory. We'll own deplorables. We call ourselves deplorables all the time. I even have a couple shirts that say I'm a proud deplorable. But Trumper, we do not call ourselves Trumpers, okay? So when you're going around pretending to be a Trump person, don't refer to yourself as a Trumper, okay? That's another little giveaway, another little tell. They should hire me to train the seminar callers. I could.
One thing you'll never hear the seminar callers talk about, and that's Joe Biden.
Oh yeah. The seminar callers are targeting us in particular for a couple of reasons. This is the longest running radio show in the state of Florida. And with the passing of Rush, I know this sounds self-serving, but it's true. With the passing of Rush, the Steve Kane Show has become the political show of record. And so that's why the seminar callers are coming here. And I'll tell you something. You may have noticed some of the things that we've been talking about on this program recently are being talked by Tucker Carlson and Charlie Kirk. Has it occurred to anyone that they and their staffs live in Palm Beach, which is in the listening range of our radio stations? You know, this show, you think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This show has become the political radio talk show of record, the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show.